we're taking our game to the ice.
And it's without skates. We're learning how to curl.
Today on
Su Vida.
Go. I'll stay here.
Hey, welcome to Su Vida. I'm JR Cardenas.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez. You know, once a year we like to do a show about how to entertain our winter guests when they come to town.
Yeah, and this year we're going to let those guests entertain us. As you know, a lot of the guests come over from Canada, From Wisconsin.
Minnesota.
South Dakota. Yeah, so this year we're going to let them entertain us and do some curling because that's what they like to do.
Yeah, so you may have seen curling during the Winter Olympics, and it seems kind of strange, but everybody who sees it wants to try it.
Including us.
Yeah, that's why we're out here in Tempe at Coyotes Curling Club to learn how to curl.
Throw.
Well, curling originated in Scotland a few hundred years ago, made it its way across the Atlantic to the US and Canada. Something like a third of all Canadians or thereabouts curl or have done it in phys ed classes. And after the Olympic gold medal game last year, there was a huge spike in popularity in the US, and it's really gone from more niche to mainstream. The stones are a very special granite. They come from Elsa Craig over in Scotland still. Outside of that, you've got your brooms and then some special shoes for sliding and gripping. Stone weighs 42 to 44 pounds. They're about $1,000 each. They are provided by the club, so it's not like you have to worry about taking them with when you go to travel. A lot of teams will actually have a book of stones if they've played, so that way they feel they know that one stone is better than the other. They'll position it in their lineup differently. The object of the game, similar to other sports, is to score more points than your opponent. The way it works is the closest to the middle is what scores. So traditional colors are red and yellow. If there's a red that's on the button or in the middle of the rings, that would be 1. And if there's a yellow behind it, that wouldn't count for anything. If it was red, red, yellow, then red would score 2. The first person to throw for each team is the lead. The second person is the second. They made it very easy for us until the third is the third, until you get up to the fourth person, which is the skip. And they're like the general calling the shots on the battlefield. Anybody can come do it. We have, people in wheelchairs, we have youth that come out, so it's really easy to learn, but it's a lifetime to master to accomplish a lot of the goals that people wish to do so. I think JR and Vanessa have a great opportunity to do well today. They look pretty athletic from what I've seen so far and should pick it up pretty fast.
See, you heard Eric. That sounds easy. Let's get on the ice.
Easy. Famous last words. All right, you don't want to miss this, so stay tuned. We'll be back with more Su Vida right after these messages. I have a feeling you're going to fall on your butt, even though we're not on skates.
Having fun exploring community, culture, food, y más with Su Vida? Head on over to Yurview.com for more videos. For more great videos of life up close, visit Yurview.com.
Su Vida is brought to you by Chicanos por la Causa. Join the cause for change.
Hey, welcome back to Su Vida. We're hanging out with Eric from the Coyotes Curling Club. And Eric, what is our first lesson of the day?
Lesson 1, what everybody wants to learn how to do, throw a stone.
All right, JR's ready?
Yep, let's get down, hips up,
Okay.
and out we go.
Here we go.
Woo! Let it go.
All right. Well, after you're done with your... Okay, well, after you're done with your curling lesson, maybe you and your Canadian mates can head out to Scottsdale's Museum of the West. Oh, I think I dislocated my hip. Oh, I'm good.
Hi, my name is Dean Scheinert, and I'm the Chief Advancement and External Affairs Officer here at Western Spirit, Scottsdale's Museum of the West. There is a lot of mystery and seduction around the West, and I think it has a lot to do with the pioneering spirit that is synonymous with the West and the risk-taking that involved with settling the West, and obviously the natural beauty. So the whole idea for this museum came about probably over 30 years ago. It was the vision of former Mayor of Scottsdale, Herb Drinkwater, who really wanted to celebrate the history of the West, the people, the culture, the traditions. It took almost 30 years to make it happen. But what better place to have a museum that celebrates Western culture than here in the heart of Scottsdale, Old Town Scottsdale, the West's most Western town. We were one of the youngest institutions to ever receive the Smithsonian affiliation. And we received it in November 2015, just 8 months after we opened our doors. We're very proud of that. What's remarkable about our collections is that many of the pieces date back centuries. We have our Hopry canvas of clay collection. It is probably the best, most treasured example of Hopi pottery, past, present, and future. And as with all of our Native American exhibits, we not only want to show the pieces, but we also want to reflect a deep honor and respect for the Native American population in general, for all their contributions to make the West what it is today. Upstairs, we have the tomahawk pipe that was owned by Meriwether Lewis, who led the Lewis and Clark expedition back in the early 1800s. And that is an original piece owned by Captain Lewis, and we have it right here in our venue. Come visit us. We are more than just a museum. You will have a wonderful experience here. But if you really want to get to the essence of the West in general, this place has it.
The Western Spirit Scottsdale Museum of the West is a beautiful place to visit. And if you have guests from out of town, they'll love it too.
Okay, Vanessa, you're up.
Well, JR didn't do too bad, but I'm kind of scared. Let's see how this goes. Like this?
Yep, you got this.
Okay, here we go. There.
All right, yeah, okay. I can see why this Canadian import is gaining a lot of popularity. It's a lot of fun. Good job, Vanessa. We actually have a lot in common with our Canadian friends, like great respect for our native cultures and an admiration for their artistry. Take a look.
There's no machine, there's no wrenches or tools that can replicate something like this. One thing that I know that people can't understand, and that's why their eyes are so drawn to the pot, is that they can't believe and understand that somebody could really just do that by hand. It's amazing. It's an amazing gift. I say it's a gift. Yeah. Mata Ortiz is a small city. It's based out of Chihuahua, Mexico. And a lot of the community is familiar with this trade, is familiar with this craft. And it's passed down to generations and to generations, and it's ongoing. The process of making a pot from beginning to end requires certain natural resources, be dirt as a form of clay, down to the wood to bake the final process of the pot. It's all hand-formed, and design is all creativity, comes from the top of their mind. Ideas that they had could be ideas that were traditional back from Apache tribes. And I know that's carried on through family members, from grandparents to sons and daughters. Most intriguing thing for me was the tool that they use to draw a lot of the lines on the pots. Sometimes they use women's hair. Sometimes they also use hair from a horse. They strand them together. They create that fine line. This is basically like a recipe that's been instituted for thousands of years. In the Mexican culture, it's a way of honor. It's a way of respect. So they take that very serious. Me being in Mexico, it's how we put food on our table. And I have to be passionate about it, make it work. And when we come back to the States, it's not so much that we want to price it high, but we just want people to know that we put all our heart into it, and they're going to take a piece of them as well. The most important thing is that it's a traditional thing that's being carried on from generation to generation. That's why I have to continue this craft. And it's a job where they can stay home. It's not intense labor, but there's a lot of focus, there's a lot of passion that goes into it. I would like for the kids to be able to carry that, even that tradition of being unique, and it's traditional and it's family oriented. Very grateful to God because He's giving me the passion, He's giving me the creativity. So when somebody sees that pot, they see that I actually put my heart into that, but I give glory all to God because of the fact that without Him, I don't have creativity. When people buy these pieces, they should really value it. When they take that home and they place it on a mantle or china cabinet or whatever it is, just to remember that this person put their heart and soul into it, and they actually helped be a part of their living. People can't fathom how this is just handmade. So I'm still at that point, but I'm getting past that already. I'll say, okay, this is awesome.
Hey, I didn't do too bad.
Yeah, you got the throwing stones pretty good.
So what's next?
We're graduating to sweeping.
Hey, this doesn't look like the broom I use around the house.
Well, at least my sweeping technique will improve at home. Hey, we'll be back with more from the Coyotes Curling Club right after this.
Is that how you're supposed to?
When do I stop?
For more exclusive videos highlighting your community, visit Yurview.com.
Su Vida is brought to you in part by Mega 104.3 and 101.1 The Beat.
Hey, welcome back to Su Vida. I'm Vanessa Ramirez.
I'm Jared Cardenas.
I'm Eric Cole.
And today we're hanging out at Coyotes Curling Club learning how to curl. All right, Eric, so what's sweeping all about?
Sweeping's all about making the stone go straighter and further.
Okay, is it easy?
It is. What we need to do is we need to make sure we've got pressure applied on our broom and that we're going edge to edge when we sweep.
What does that do?
It helps the stone maintain its line and distance.
Okay, let's try it.
JR, why don't we get you over here?
Okay.
Vanessa, why don't you move up a little bit?
Okay.
And what we want to do is we want to make sure when we're sweeping that our broom heads don't bash into each other. We want them working together like a piston, okay?
So stay in your lane.
Here we go.
Today we've talked about the things we have in common with our Canadian neighbors, and here's one more. No matter where you live, we're all trying to eat a healthier diet. Something you can read all about in San Diego Magazine.
I'm Dr. Emily Pocha. I'm a naturopathic doctor and I own Wildcraft Medicine in La Jolla, California. There's a lot of fads that have come up in nutrition and diet in the health world that have brought up to my attention through patients and just in news today. And I want to explore some of those with you. One of the first ones that comes up quite a bit in my office is bulletproof coffee. And this is the idea of adding some sort of fat to your coffee, typically butter or something called MCT oil, as a way to kind of start your day. I have had patients tell me that it's been really helpful for them to sustain their blood sugar and their focus. Butter in particularly is very high in something called butyric acid. It's one of the only food sources of butyric acid, which is a short chain fatty acid, and one of the things that feeds the cells of the colon, which is deep rooted in the gut. And in order to have a healthy gut, we want to have a healthy microbiome. So all those bacteria that live there, we want to have a good amount of number, but also diversity. And those short chain fatty acids help to actually feed that diversity in number. So that's one way that butter can be healthy. It's always important when you're choosing things like that to use options that like organic grass-fed butter so that you know that the toxic profile of it is low. Protein in plant-based meat versus animal-based meat has been a topic for discussion for quite a while. And again, it really just depends on the individual. Plant-based options can be great for people that have high cholesterol, are trying to reduce some of their inflammation in their body, people that have cancer and arthritis and other inflammatory type diseases. However, it's really important to make sure that the quality that you're taking in and eating is as clean as it possibly can be. So the issue becomes with plant-based alternative meats is that they tend to be processed. Some of them are made from soy that's genetically modified, and those cause a lot of issues within our own genetics and our ability to metabolize them. They often are sprayed quite a bit with different herbicides and pesticides like glyphosate, which itself is a neurotoxin and can create a lot of issues neurologically for us, as well as damaging the gut lining. So these alternative options that may seem really healthy because there's no meat or saturated fats have their own set of issues that you want to make sure that you're really addressing and looking at when you read the labels. It's really important to make sure that no matter what you're eating, that you're getting a variety of different foods, that you're eating whole, clean foods, so organic, grass-fed, wild-caught as much as you possibly can, drinking plenty of water, and also eating that regular protein and healthy fats to help stabilize your blood sugar. Picking those healthy options, but also just enjoying your life and not creating such a stress about it can kind of bring a little bit more relaxed energy around eating and bring the joy back.
Well, diet and exercise are keys to a happy and healthy life.
And if you think curling isn't a great workout, you got to come out here and give this a try. Speaking of which, how do we give this a try?
Well, we have a lot of availability. We have family nights, 21 up nights. It can all be found on our website or our Facebook page.
Ooh, is that why I saw that bar over there for the 21 and up night?
Possibly.
Oh, this would be a great group outing and a great workout as well. So keep it right here. We'll be back with more Su Vida right after this. Can we go check out that bar?
Absolutely.
Hey, come on, let's go check out the Stones. Rolling Stones, get it? Mick
He
Jagger
hasn't even
walk?
had a drink yet.
Feeling inspired? To watch more uplifting stories from doing more, visit Yurview.com. Explore more ways that people are leading healthier lives. Head over to Yurview.com for additional videos from your health.
Hey, welcome back to Su Vida. We're hanging out at Coyotes Curling Club. This is my friend Eric. He's been giving us lessons today.
Curl!
Oh, I'm ready to go for the gold.
Well, let's pump the brakes on the gold,
Yeah.
but you're definitely ready for some beginner leagues. Curling is a game that does take a minute to learn, but a lifetime to master.
Oh, okay. Well, it's definitely a lot of fun. And when you're done having a good time here with your friends, maybe check out a different adventure and stop by Adventure Stills. Take a look.
So we are a grain-to-glass facility. We're one of our very few in Arizona. So what a grain-to-glass distillery is, we bring in our grains to house. We mill them here, which means we grind them up. We mash them, which is a process of cooking. We ferment here on site. Then we do a couple of distillation processes. One's called stripping run, and the next is called spirit run, which produces the final product we're looking for. If it's going into bottle from there, it'll go straight to bottle, but the majority of our products go into casks, so we lay it up in wood, put it in oak, let it age. And then we bring it out of cask, proof it, bottle it, label it, everything here on site. We were looking for names that would fit what we were doing. We're always out going somewhere, doing something, and so adventure just seemed to play off on the right name, in the right direction.
What makes us adventurous, we have our standard lineup of products. We've got vodka, rum, gin, bourbon, whiskey, and we have a white rum, a agave spirit, and even a moonshine. It tastes pretty good, actually. Now that we've got that lineup kind of settled, what we're doing now is we're moving into ancient grains as well as some experimental stuff. This is part of our Explorers Club, or our quarterly release series, that allows us to experiment with some things that might be a little bit off the beaten path.
I am an electrical engineer and an ex-mechanic, so I'm pretty handy. Kelly actually is also an ex-semiconductor guy and is very handy himself. And then Chase is actually the rocket scientist in the group, so he gets to pull all the woo-ahs, but he's not really the smartest guy. He just thinks he is.
Yes, I am a rocket scientist. I work at Northrop Grumman out here in Chandler. While that's hard, building a brand is the hardest part of this. You can have 1 million bottles of the best bourbon in the world, but if no one knows who you are, it doesn't matter. Although it's been difficult, it's been very rewarding.
I actually enjoy having a product that people like. It's the first time, when I started thinking about doing the business, I was like, well, what do you want to do in the business? This kind of came forward as of something to do. But what I really end up enjoying the most is watching someone enjoy something you made. And it's like, I know what went into it, I know the labor and love that went into there, and I know what the quality of the product is. And then when someone else gets to try it and they see it, and they're like, wow, that actually makes the whole thing worth it.
For those of you who are interested in finding our products, our website has a list and a map of where you can find them all. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can follow us on Instagram at adventurous_stills. And as we always say, be adventurous, drink adventurous.
And probably the most important lesson, everybody's a winner because even losers get a free round.
Yeah.
Yes, I lost today. Who's buying? Okay, well, we want to thank everyone for having us here today. We had a great time here at Coyotes Curling Club. Eric, thank you for teaching us a great lesson how to become a master curler out there.
Yes, and curling is just as much fun as it looks, and you need to check it out yourself. So come out here to Tempe to Coyotes Curling Club, and if you're not in Arizona, just look one up. I'm sure there's one near you.
Until then, we'll see you next time on the next
Su Vida.
Cheers.
Ding. Wait, how do I get my name on this cup?
Practice out there.
So it's not going to happen?
No.
No. All right.
Is my hair sticking on the back?
Yeah, but nobody can see the back.
Do you see the back? Is my hair sticking up? Let go.
What happened, Jared?
So that is perfection at its finest. Today, we're learning how to curl. I didn't say this today, sorry. Today
on Su Vida. Move. Can you learn how to work your camera when you use it?
please, can we get some real directors here?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome back. Again, 3, 2, 1. I have a feeling you're gonna fall on your butt, even though we're not on skates.
You totally took my line. Like,
JR's taking my lines.
oh, now you know what the feeling.
I think it's good.
That was my line.
It was my line.
I said it first.
I said it first. I do hit the subscribe button.
You?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2.
Do it again. Okay.
In the face. Okay, Vanessa fell on her face. Take 2. All right, here we go. Take, I don't know.
So one more time.
Oh, how many times do you want to do it?
One more.
Waiting on Adrian.
Boom.
I'm ready to go for the gold. I'm ready to go for the gold. I'm ready to go for the gold. I'm ready to go for the gold.